Welcome, I'll be reacting to Penny Dreadful, Season 3, Episode 4. This is a commentary, it is not a market substitute. Please support the original.
Look at his face now. Let your eyes move over it. What do you see?
Round sort of face.
How has she not recognized him yet?
Pleasant.
Oh, poor Vanessa. The lighting in this scene. Whoever directed this episode.
Food missiles.
Whew. The whole focus is, oh. He's starting to care.
I wanted to die.
You were trying to starve yourself?
Yes.
Why did you want to die?
Can you imagine not wanting to die? The real question is, why would he want to live? When they do these Vanessa-focused episodes, they are just incredible, but hard to watch.
They didn't torture you.
You weren't there.
They're making you well.
They were torturing. He knows what they're doing is wrong.
The light's never off and there's no window. Is it day or night?
The lights are never off. That is torture in and of itself.
We're not to engage in conversation, miss.
What's the treatment? Tomorrow.
They call it hydrotherapy.
I knew it. Ugh. Couldn't even bring her a towel. I don't think he was supposed to do that.
Hand me the blanket, miss.
Why?
You're not supposed to have it.
I figured.
You're not sorry. Not at all.
It's not torture, what they're doing. It's science.
No, it's torture.
It's meant to make you better.
It's meant to make me normal. Like all the other women you know. Compliant, obedient, a cog in an intricate social machine.
My wife's not a freak, and she's not a cog.
Yeah, you stand up for her. Please tell me she got an award for this performance, because she deserves it.
You know my name.
You just told me you don't have a name.
I was being poetic. Don't you like poetry?
No.
All the men I
Well, that changed.
poetry. What do you like?
Tall ships.
Not being attacked at
models,
work.
Not being attacked at work. I like that one.
I have been touched by Satan.
He's like, oh, so that's why you're in here.
I did this for my son when he was a baby. He's not well.
I'm starting to worry, how did he die? Are we about to see it? Did Dracula kill him? That would be quite the connection. Especially if he remembered and decided to come after Dracula.
I'm surprised they have wooden spoons here.
I brought this one from home.
Oh, sweetie. Too good for this world.
And I do believe what you say about Lucifer. After all, I was there.
What?
Oh, my dear. We have so much to catch up on, do we not?
Dr. Seward, stop this session now!
I can't, Vanessa. I've been trying.
What?
You won't come out. You won't wake up. I burned your hand with a cigarette. It didn't work.
Oh no. The sound design right now. Ugh. See, I get the feeling he actually cares about the people he's caring for,
I'm not good at this.
and he just figures the doctors know what they're doing, but he doesn't personally like it.
It is torture.
Finally.
This is my wife's. She told me what to do. I'll tell her about you. That's against regulations, too. She said to use a light hand and spare the heavy for the lips. Her name's Marjorie.
Did he bring a mirror?
Please?
She doesn't like mirrors.
This is who you are. Please don't forget that.
Oh. He brought a poetry book.
It's the only one we had. Someone gave it to us when our son was born. I have a little shadow. He's more than I can see. He is very, very like me. From the heels up to the head.
Can you imagine having someone who cares for you like this?
The funniest thing about him, I never can get back. The curious music as I hear.
I think that's what fiction is for. To remind us that love does exist. I'm gonna break for a second. This was a lot.
One day, soon, no one will touch you when you don't want to be touched. Or put makeup on you. Or take it off.
Oh.
Ever again.
That might have been the best scene on the show.
It's Christmas today.
Oh. Trying to hold it together, because, like, they're not making it easy. She's so desperate for affection. She'll do anything.
I should have died a virgin. Like Joan of Arc.
It's not a medical thing, it's a drill for woodwork.
Oh.
Then he'll put a clamp on your skull and crack it open.
Ugh.
And then he'll start cutting things out. I see the results. Miss Ives, you have to get better.
Would you want him to pretend?
No.
Then don't ask it of me.
Look at this sad old world. Children begging for a crust of rotting food a mile from where we stand.
He has a point. Nice entrance, Dracula.
I've long dreamt of this moment. To stand at your side, close enough to touch.
Okay, so he can take any form, which means this could explain Dr. Sweet. He might have pulled a Mr. on and taken out the real Dr. Sweet and then taken his place. He did a lot of reading up, though, to get into character, so I'll grant him that. This is a very interesting power here.
If they cease to believe in you, do you even exist? They won't believe forever, brother. You want her soul. I don't need it. Give me your flesh.
What name do I whisper to you, beloved?
It's Dracula.
Ha ha ha. You just gave her, a witch, your name.
You think you know evil? Here it stands. It's here it en kaiferno migiterit.
Wow. Not only was that a great scene for the show, but it also demonstrates here you have Vanessa. They took everything from her. They've been torturing her. She's probably at the lowest depression she's ever been. And yet, she is still more powerful than both of them combined. And that is a great moment to remember when you're your lowest and you feel like you are totally powerless and helpless and you have nothing. You, a human, are still more powerful than Dracula and Lucifer put together. Don't forget that.
I'm not done here.
What else happened? Are we gonna see him die?
He asked me to speak about my faith. I told him the truth. That God's immortal glory lives in me, as in all of us. How can there be anything but lunacy to a man like Dr. Barry?
I'm leaving tomorrow. And he said, where do they explore, Father? And even the frozen north.
I like how he called it the frozen north.
And he said, do people live there? No, it's too cold and lonely all the time. No one lives there. And I started to cry. I couldn't stop crying.
Because it's cold and lonely here.
One person does live there, where it's cold and lonely all the time. I tendered my resignation.
Because of a ship model.
The last person you see before the surgery will be someone who loves you. Goodbye, Miss Ives.
Yeah.
I'm not frightened. His name is Dracula.
This is going to be a really short review because I need time to process that. I had to stop multiple times, and the performances in this were just outstanding. There wasn't a lot of dialogue. It was mostly just the actors and their craft. I think this is probably the most powerful episode on the show, at least so far, and it was rough to watch. Incredible.